page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd like cloud, O Loksandrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space I'll head on, lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable guru, smile brightly with delight, Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Lobsang Drakpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmet Sewe Te Chan Chan Reisig Dri Me Kempe Wang Po Jam Pel Yang Du Pung Malu Jom Se San Wei Dang Gang Chen Ke Pe Su Gen Tsongkhapa Lobsang Trape Zabla So Wadeb. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagir on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child a lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate pera gate pera som gate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, devas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis. Akasamara. Tayata om gate gate pera som gate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante gurye soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Sa ji perki jung ching me ta tram ri rab ling ji ni de gem pa di sang ge jing du me te wa hi dro ku nam dak jing la cho par sho Jesu lama dam pa ge nam ki che ku kala kien se drin drine jitar champen du jezin ma la zan ge ki char pa wa tu mandala kam niryatayami. Chongde songi chomna la jaju pardu gadi gepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho. Chongde songi chomna la jaju pardu dagi gepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho. Chomnala jaju pardu dagi kepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho.
Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? It is okay? That's good. It's wonderful we all able to get up this morning. Also be able to come here. It's it's wonderful. First, you would like to learn about meditation. Usually, there are very high-level meditation, or very deep meditation, or very low meditation. Can we say low meditation? Or say we say very basic meditation. I think this is better. What do you understand low meditation means? Yeah, this is like basic meditation. Like some people meditation like hours, like 3-4 hours. Even we're not able to sit one place for 3-4 hours. But some people meditation like 4 or 5 hours. Then it's very deep meditation, very high level meditation. Can we say high level? Or deep meditation? Deep. Huh? Advanced meditation. Then very simple meditation for the like special everyone can do. Some meditation also you need to like hold process of for lineage or one by one. Then another very simple meditation, we don't have to necessarily like that, but it is good for special that 21st century busy most people's mind develop negative minds. You can say negative minds. So low mono. Therefore, like maybe 20, maybe 50 years before, the people basically it's pretty like simple way. The right now, like this just maybe after maybe 20, 30, 40 years, people need more. But right now, people's minds very negative mind, negative thoughts, negative emotions. Therefore, however, we minds develop more negative or more emotion, then we have always start problems. Sometimes it's hard possible that starts problems too, emotion minds. Like people have usually, it's not I'm talking about for us here, we have very strong ego. In one is, I'm the right person. What I say, what I'm thinking, is right. Now you can see the more developed. The people does not want to give up their own view, own thought. Good or bad doesn't matter. Maybe very good, maybe very bad. But people doesn't want to give up. Whatever doesn't matter. Therefore it becomes more developed, Therefore Buddha said, 5 things nyuma. Things nyuma sana. Degeneration. 5 degeneration. Like that? Right. Yeah, 5 degeneration. The one is the goal also, one is nyuma nyuma. Nyuma nyuma. Degeneration through delusions. Is Buddha explained this 2,500 years already. I think right now this really happened. When people's mind more, delusion mind, then people need to do more things. Then people do more things. With Buddhism we talk about karma. This is a word for karma. Another way is a simple way is the cost. If people do a lot of different actions, it hurts also the, fire, earth, water, wind. With Buddhism they call 4 elements. Maybe science they say 100 something. I don't know, doesn't matter. The different counts there. Therefore we have also problem for the earthquake. We have problem for the, tsunami, right? It's come from water, right? They have problem for the water. What I say? Sa-che-me-lu. We have problem for the fire, problem for the earthquake. But tsunami and wind different. Wind, tsunami, right? Then also we have flood. Therefore, there's a lot of problems right now, More develop the things. Because people have more developed the delusion mind to do more actions, then create a lot of more cause, then the result will come up. Therefore we say, this death for everyone say, we need to take care for the I'm not the word. I'm getting old now, I couldn't come. It's worth here, the death doesn't want to come out here. Environment. We need to say we need to take care of environment. But in order to take care of environment, we need to subdue the people's mind. If people's mind not subdued, they need to more. Then just use, say I want to check environment, it doesn't work. Therefore, then we mind is very, ignorant. Then we mind always not happy. We just directly want not happy. We don't want to say nice, just put some cover, but just say directly is we are not happy. Always something wrong. Then when you're not happy, then you do any actions, they also not go right way. Right? We think I'm doing right, that is not do right way. His Holiness Dalai Lama always mention, even you want physical fight someone else, when you both get very high temperature, it's nice what you are very angry. even you're going to fight, physically, you cannot hit the person's right place. When you calm, then you can hit other person. It's really right. It's really true, right? Like you can see that the person to shoot we can see that they in order to shoot how is it? Target. You need to very concentrate, right? Very concentrate, you can shoot that place. You're not very concentrated, then like that, you couldn't shoot that. Therefore, any kind practice, or you can do physical job, or you need to give a speech, 100 million people from the 100 million people's front. Have you got speech any 100,000 people from the 100,000? No? Really? Oh, I thought you guys talk. I'm not joking. But even when we become, usually Westerns, very good education when you give speech. Like even the little kids come to there, they just like talk regular. Like Tibetan tradition, we are not, trained that way. Even you have very good education in your heart, but you are like 100 people's friend. You couldn't talk. Therefore, your mind just, how you call it, destroy or nervous. Therefore, anyway, anything we need to done the right way, we need to calm down our mind. I'm not saying you guys not calm down. You get very peace, but we need more peace. Because one person can make change the world. Good, bad, both. Right? One person can change the whole entire world. Like example, right now the disease from China, how you say? Coronavirus. I'm sure the first one person got that. Now what happened? Whole entire world become moving, like shaking. Therefore, doesn't matter good or bad, everything. One small thing can change everything. Therefore, we do a lot of meditation. I like to, very simple, basic meditation. You can do any place, everywhere, but don't meditation you're driving. Okay? If you go Uber, it's okay. You can do behind but maybe the driver says, what's going on, that person? Then, also maybe you're very busy in your job, your boss is that, then also don't meditation. You will lose a job. It happened. When someone, do a lot of prayers in the job place, his workers, co-workers doesn't like him. He's doing all the time, trying to finish his prayer there. Everyone doesn't like that. But in order to also pray, you need to be very smart, skillful. Therefore, your boss is not there, your job's done, you can just meditation a couple minutes. It's good. Okay? Very, very important. Don't meditation, you're jobbing, okay? It did one time, one of my friends, long time. He driving in the, when he's driving, he do meditation. He have also accident, but not serious. Okay? I like to sit, whatever you're comfortable. Just you close your eyes. Just go through your body. From head to knee, just slowly, just think about you. Sometimes you close your eyes, you just complete switch off, then you don't have to close your eyes. Just go through slowly your body. Then I would like to bring in very deep. Also you follow your brain. Also you think I'm breathing in. Again, bring out. Couple times this. When you bring in, also bring in whole your body. Like hold the, your links or in your body. Just feel full. Just follow your breath. Not for God. Even other things come your mind, it's okay, but don't try to stop. Just not lose your counting the breathing in and out. Try to keep your mind and your breathing in and out. Even you hear things, not try to stop, but not forgot. You're breathing in, out, aware. Now, when you bring in, you think all the energies, any kind of energies you bring in your body, it fills your body, all the channels inside, even your lungs, livers, your stomach, even your leg. It's complete filled when you bring out all your negative thoughts, negative minds, emotions come out, go away, like same as like rainbow go away, we don't know where, how, just go away like that. Bring in all the energies, all the medicines, all the happiness, all goodness bring in you. Bring out all your negative thoughts, emotions, negative minds, your sickness go out. Disappear, something like a rainbow. Now try to keep your feeling, what kind of feeling you have, doesn't matter, happy, sad, or neutral. Just remember your feeling, keep your mind that much you can. Aware your feeling. If you hear things, if other things you come to your mind, it's okay. Not try to stop, but awareness, aware your feeling. kind of feeling you have? Your happy feeling, or sad feeling, or emotion feeling? If your happy feeling, to wish to all mothers and children have the same as your feeling, you wish like that way. If your emotion feeling or sad feeling, you wish to anyone have like this kind of feeling. I wish for no one have like this kind of experience, this kind of feeling. Because we don't like that kind of feeling, and also anyone, any beings doesn't want that kind of feeling. Therefore, I hope no one have that kind of feeling. I wish never ever happen anyone. You can think that way. Okay. Then you may mind just relax. Keep the normal. Okay. It's too simple? It's not really simple? Or you don't have any feeling? Therefore, when you do meditation like that, maybe you don't have any feelings, or you don't feel anything, but if you do more, it become, you can feel something. When you feel your mind, it gives sign also your body. You can say when body and our mind is very connection. If your body feels some good feeling, it gives message for your mind. When your mind could also good feeling, it's your body become more relaxed. Therefore, when you do meditation, again, like maybe 1 hour, for example, 1 hour, you can meditation without your mind destroy, not forgot the one object, then you're very good meditation. Then you can feel totally different. Therefore, because shene, sim shivanaba, your mind become like very peace, relax. Doesn't matter if something going on around you, but you can control your mind. Same as some very noisy things outside, we just close your door, things doesn't come up here. Same. Doesn't matter the environment or how you say never. It's just astounding around it, doesn't matter what's going on. You can control your mind. Then you become peace, relax. But in order to come that, you need to more practice. Right? Practice is best to experience the result. Maybe the senior students, or you are more experienced, more, you study more, you did Tibetan Buddhism or what kind of religion. Maybe you have the education, but maybe you don't really practice, then you don't get much very experience. Right? Example, someone knows how to build a car. Do you have any mechanic here? Mechanics? No mechanic? Do any constructions here? Construction guy? No? Then what? Anyone up there build the computers? No, no one built? Huh? You read it. Wow, he did the computer. Example, when you study book, you say, oh yeah, they have to put like that, to put like that. You know everything, but you really touch with your hand, it's completely different. Therefore, I know maybe you guys, all of you know how you cook, but maybe you don't know how to cook Tibetan momo. Have you heard momo? It's most delicious food. In China they call dumpling. Now what do Vietnamese have that? Vietnam have that? Some of the dumpling? Dumplings? But Tibetan momos, more delicious. When you eat just wow. But maybe someone read the book, you know that part. When you really action, it doesn't come good way. Because you don't have experience. Right? Therefore, if you know, study book, but you don't really do action, completely different. Right? Therefore, same is exactly Buddhism is compassion, bodhicitta, loving kindness, guru devotion. Why emptiness? We say that. But we know really read book, but we don't really put practice, then doesn't much feeling. Therefore, in order to that, we need to more practice, more meditation, then it really help, I'm sure. If you do 1 year, like every day, like focus meditation, then 1 year you feel something. Therefore, meditation is very important, okay? Therefore, because we can see all the different people doing, crazy things, good things, bad things, all different religions, science, technology. It's what purpose? They want to go better life, right? Like happy life, healthy life. These two only, right? Happy, healthy. Our goals are true. Therefore, in order to become countries, business, or workers, individual, they're all looking for that. Happy, healthy, right? Therefore, happy has true. Happy mind, you get a happy body. If you see someone very serious, you're not very comfortable, right? If you go to see any restaurant, shop, they're very, friendly, smiling face. If we go there, we're more like happy, right? You go to the doctor, and we say, wow, that nice place, nice people. We say nice people. The boss or the workers just, okay, yeah, I don't care, yeah, hey, do like that. We're not very happy that, right? You guys any waiters there? Do you guys anyone walking in a restaurant? Waiter. If you're more, smelling waiter, you can get more tip, right? Also when you do, anyone do Uber driver? If you do Uber, you become a friendly person. The customer will give you maybe big tip, right? It's different, right? He doesn't killing his car, he don't care, then he or she doesn't matter, then customers. He doesn't want to talk, just finish it at distance. Like that, any kind, smiling face, smiling mind is very important. Our all neighbors around. Therefore, not fake smiling. We need to real smiling. Here they can say that you're fake smiling or real smiling. How you know the difference?
It's hard.
Like someone fake smiling. Nice. There's someone really smile. How you know the difference?
Sometimes you can tell.
Really? Yeah. That's they can talk. 가로 먼저 배우려요. 넘버 레질레트 대고 봐고서. 미게 남들라 때네. 뭔데 나도 가리 막고 그래서.
Yeah, so through your appearance, you find out intentions, right?
Therefore, try to when we have like more penangandujelaya, shambada, nijeda, shanchubu semda, jembesa de kazi shuchena, and sem on the dinga, sesame at the pacho legres.
So just like that, however strong of loving kindness, compassion, altruism we have, that much people will feel towards you.
penangandu pama, penata jasha gupchu kogo pama lagenda, jasha gupchu kogo the sa gupchu kogo lagenda, tachi shashoro. Nazu pama ngazu yavora karichi murios.
So for us, for most of us, like 99.99%, believe that parents are very kind to us, right?
제가 간조 ngo세나 간조 gengo차는 ngo세 간 소포나 간조 팔라마요나 네 부글라 그래서 그 셰탄 거는 달 말했어.
So even if we are very old, like say, our hair is completely white, and we have, we have lost all our teeth, and if we still have parents, the parent will think we're a child. So my child, so they have very gentle way of touching and talking with you.
제가 그냥 가제다 파마 그냥 주주권에 파마 코로나야 강엔데 되게도 소소라야 보고라야 야보 다조제마다 왜다 뭐 밤이 좀 말해 밤이 너무도 있잖아 무슨 야요 그래서.
And so then there are some cases where the parents are not able to be that nice, to the child because of their own problems, stress and all these things. And in that case, the child might not remember, the kindness of the parents. But then in that case also, you should think that it's not the parent, it's their delusion that caused them to be not that good.
디나네 아마세데가 부글라 제가 슈치무 슈르스 아마세데.
So especially the mother, she has a very strong affection towards the child.
가르드나 아마다 믹스에 샤타간데 봐시다 빠와도 요다 디나네 아마라 믹스에 샤타간데 봐요 there was.
Especially the mother has that relationship with the child, of blood and flesh. Of course, the father has too, but mother has stronger relationship or connection with the child.
제 연자 안에 난주고 남베게라 마치라 부치라 때만 슈주서로 대내비 세와데 semje 강가라 예토와이나 당가지를 샹첩셈 제가 고급야가요 그래서.
And so that's the kind of affection that we should have towards all sentient beings, just like a mother will have affection towards her only child. Let's say she has only one child, and how much affection she will have. That kind of affection, if we can have towards all sentient beings, then it will be easier to generate bodhicitta.
My mother has 10 children, but she loves everyone. Anyway, therefore, 가로 제가 나도 샘띵이 오늘 지금 제대로 걸어도되나? 리그 남자도 안 지워잡. 아니 계속 세다 안 지워잡. 미국다도 걸 지워잡으라고 그랬어.
And so if we have that kind of strong positive emotion like loving kindness, compassion, or affection, then that will change everything, like the way we behave towards others, the way we talk to others, or even the way we look at others will be changed.
아니 대원의 수술 샘띵이 받쳐받아 세와고 가와 줘나. 파초가 남지는 수술은 다 말이야. 야가지 통과했어. 그 가르치는 야가지 통과했어. 그 납득이셔나 그 야간 통과했어.
And so, so if you have that kind of affection towards others, then others will behave also in a very nice way towards you. And then everything will look very good. And if you have that kind of positive emotion or affection, loving kindness, and so forth towards each other. So you'll see everything very good, very nice. Even that person is running nose, and you will still see very good.
Really? That the channel there. Channel bena. That meja pomoso so bena. That topotomosa go come to Motambo Chivikalaya, part to Chichila, and the Kanji Zewa, and that Chasam Shucho.
And so that's also because of our, strong feeling towards each other, right? So everything looks good. So just like, when you first meet with your boyfriend or girlfriend, because of your attraction, towards each other, everything looks beautiful, within each other, right?
It's true. I'm sure you guys experience. Then they dawachin, dawanin, any katari.
Then as the time passes, like 1 month or 1 year, then you come to see more and more faults in each other, and then you become more and more distant from each other. So our mind changes, right? The changing of the mind happens very easily. So that depends on how much you really love, from the deep of your heart. So if you really love that person from the depth of your heart, then no matter what that person does, you will always see beautiful in that person. But if it's just like a superficial, loving towards others, then even when you see small faults, then immediately your mind changes towards that person.
Okay. The shidang to down the the tape tela jani, Tangandu, Nambig, Shuni Magarden. The Chenangajalaya, Jesem Sambala, Sesam Shuchim Chavala, the Shamba, Ninje.
And so this is in the same way, we should have kind of a very deep, affection, towards others, and through that, then you'll be able to have the loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta generated towards others. So sometimes we might feel, how do we meditate? How do we meditate on bodhicitta? We are always told to meditate on bodhicitta, but how do we meditate on it? And then sometimes also we are told to meditate on emptiness. Why should we meditate on emptiness?
So
when we are told to meditate on emptiness, so thinking that empty meaning like nothing, it doesn't mean like that. When we meditate on emptiness of anything, that it doesn't mean that thing doesn't exist. That all the things that we meditate on emptiness on do exist. But they do not exist the way they appear to us. So if we think that it's appearing like that, it's like that, the things appear to me, but it doesn't exist in the way they appear to me. If you're thinking like that, you're meditating on emptiness. Is that false? Is that false to think like that? Thinking that the things do not exist in a way they appear to me. Thinking like that, is that wrong or false? So because of the mode of appearance, the how things appear to us, and the mode of existence, how things actually exist. Are they same or different? So the mode of appearance, so the how things appear to us, we think that's how they exist. And because of that, then everything gets messed up.
And the Buddha Pomo Charos, promoting Namjabo tell Konanaji Pomodio, some tell Julijuk and the Shuma Nyangi or was.
So it's the same thing when we get attracted to each other, right? I mean, boy to a girl or girl to a boy. And then the boy seems to be very handsome, and then she thinks he's really handsome. But that's how he appears to her. But is he really handsome? So because of that, then she runs, or she, follows him, same whether he follows her, like that, right? And but later, then if it's really true like that, then it should always be like that, right? And it's not like that. Then that shows that her appearance, the mode of appearance was wrong.
제가 저랑 걸어 고유 잡자 고유 인제고 잡을라 아니 오소다 하벤다 토마토 저거 둘러간 잡로도 값셔야 그랬어. 동네 맞지? 아 고유 야부시 잡자 동네라서.
So it's like putting a curtain, on your closet. When you put a closet, or curtain on your closet, you don't see anything what is inside there. It's like you have hidden all those dirty socks and underwears and everything there, smelly, all that there behind. But in the front, you have this very beautiful curtain, and then you think, oh, this is such a nice curtain, nice closet. But then what is inside there, you don't see it.
Right? 나도 내 오늘도 치료하는데 싸마로 이거랑 싸마로 이거라. 디나지 단단한 미세게 내고들이 왔나? 아니 버스 술다. 재미있어 둘로 따로게 시운다고 왔어.
And so when we come out, we always dress up nicely and show like very beautiful, attractive, right? And especially if there is like a party or ceremony or something, then everybody like dress up so nicely. They all look so beautiful, right? Like that.
Right? 얘는 날 지르다 되는 말아. 나는 대도 되는 말아.
But if you go in their house, then that's not how they are all the time, right? And they will change into their their pajamas and all these things. Then you see all the different person.
I one friend long time ago, one family. They're my friend. Their family is my friend. Their daughter graduate high school, college. The family invites me. We have to go that. Of course, she's graduate. Looks very beautiful dressed. After we finish, we go to her room. Oh my goodness. Complete opposite. Any signal like color signal big color sa tina look tina kanji sikora dada deshet.
So the house was very messy. When they went back to the house was so messy. The kitchen was so messy. There were like old, dishes, unwashed and dirty dishes, full of, sink, all this.
And tell of trash king that tina la napkin look pa trash color
and then the trash can was also filled, with all the napkins, from blowing nose and so forth.
다 들박 들어도 지 빼서야 왠지 바텔 페페 자산 대피트 바 60다 되는 도시 설파 다셔셔.
And then there was like what do you call the laundry basket, filled with all this dirty laundries, not washed for many days.
Okay, anyway, why have to talk that? I hope you guys know like that. 제사 만주 남주고 배나 아니 가로 삼점 아니 슐로키 남주 야트 되는 나로 그 두대요 was. 다고 나로 라니 자마야고 줬는데 야고 쉬운 거래.
So what we focus on is outside appearance, but not paying much attention, in the inside, fixing the inside mind. So that's the problem. Right? So if we really, have a good inside mind, then even if it's, not very good outside, people will still like you.
Okay. 근데 다 남주 돈이 곰생도 강들 남주 돈이 되나 갈라오나 남비 갈라나 아니 추담지 때내 딱봐 땡주 마도 랑은을 잡아 수두중을 잡아 요 말에스 어텔레다 텔라도 요레스.
So when we say empty, it means like empty of, meditating on emptiness. Right? When we say meditating on emptiness, what is it empty of? So empty of existing from its one side, and so everything is merely leveled by mind, and there's nothing, existing from its one side. And so everything is empty of existing from its one side is what we call emptiness.
파파파테 느끼 니가 말해 니가 요 말 도도이라 요 말했어.
So because if you look for the thing, so if you look for the thing, then there's nothing you can find. If you keep on looking and looking, then you won't find the thing.
제가 가는 안주 소소 나나지 인 소소 고아나지 소소 통하나지 소소 사만나지 인서 텔라 추 침보지 섬지 아니 라나 잡이 잡아 영아 당한테 용 거래.
So but to us it appears as something that we can find solid there, but in reality we cannot really find it. So so because of that wrong conception, and then we have we get very strong attachment to that, or if we don't like it's something that we hate, we get angry towards it and so forth. So all the negative emotions like delusions, anger and so forth comes from that.
제자 라나 차비 차바 이제나 당원이 되는 것도 왔어.
And so the both attachment, to the loved one and the hatred, to the hated one, all comes from that misconception.
오케이? 어디에 들리자 다 소소 나나지 요 말에 쌈. 들리지 쌈다. 나도 초하게 내가 말한다. 그게 내가 말했어.
So right now, if you can think, there's nothing exists in a way they appear to me. Can you think like that? Do you get any feeling when you think like that?
나도 초하게 내가 말해. 그게 내가 말해.
Right now, you won't be able to get any feeling, maybe.
야. 제가 두시 양이 양도 좀 양이 양도 삼보다. 삼보간 삼보다 양 소소 가지가 나는지 조금 전에 땡땡을 로단데 파 삼보다 때 뭐니 고안도 도도라와이나 아니 때니 삼 땡데 저원도.
So if you think, keep on thinking, things do not exist in a way they appear to me, things do not exist in a way they appear to me. And then why do they do not appear do not exist in a way they appear to me? Because they are all interdependent, in existing in through dependence on other things like cause and conditions, karma and so forth. So like that. And so when you think, keep on thinking like that, then you will find some, then you will get some feeling or find some feeling, from thinking like that.
배나 공가인 바이나 시단 남시 정보여 봤지. 니말 남라야 쯤바치면 다 님의 코로 강의 받으면 사고 연구해 봤어. 이나 디기 어디가 아니 나도 저때도 못도. 제자 아니 시단 남시 고유랑 지금 정보 차요나 그 님아 다른 이게 좀바 막가 타오처럼 해와인다. 나도 미세갈 땡네 저들래용도 봤어.
So just like in the winter time, even winter when it's very cold, even if there is a sunshine, you still feel cold. Yeah. So and even though if the heat, from the sun, it exists from its one side, it just it's hot all the time, then it should heat up, right? So it depends on that also, So but if it is in the summertime when it's hot, and even if there's no sunshine, you still feel very hot.
오케이. 두지는 두 삼로다 좀 땡데 고 녀원 로요서.
So think of many analogies like that, of many different ways, and then you will come to understand. Oh yes, things do not exist in a way they appear to me.
당한도 변다 상지고 셈 공발라 딱 내버터 샴반지 샴바다 이제서 땡데도 고 그래서 이제도 샴바세야 돼.
And so in order to generate bodhicitta, we definitely need to generate loving kindness and compassion.
다티 단대 변다 단대가 정화도 초학을 내가 뭐지 봐나 야나라 오한 시리스에 들라 오늘 전에 다 미가가 남자 출연이 잡잖아. 남자 간을 나대어서 다 나다데 가든 거요나 말아 가디 용거이나 이 남빌라 가디 용거이나 마사야 가디 첸도이나 다 셈나 남자 껴라대어서 다.
So like right now, because of this the virus, right, the coronavirus, in China, especially in the Wuhan city, people are so much worried about that. They always say, when I'm going to be infected, when my family is going to be infected, when will all the groceries will be stopped for me, and so always thinking like that. We're so much worried about that.
그냥 나라서도 사실 되는 가르치 살다. 그냥 안도라고 사실 되는 배나.
So imagine yourself, being in that place. Now, how will you feel?
반도 사요 말에 수용 사요 말에 인가 저보다 레들 빼 메즈베다 남자 오늘 저는 거 나대로서.
So if you have traveled there and you were there now, then how will you feel, right? And
당당-
you won't be able to travel back. You won't be able, you couldn't stay there, or you couldn't travel back, and you don't know what to do. You'll be so much worried, by all these diseases around.
단단 간주 싸지는 거야 돼 배에 야샤로 배는 파신 간주 야샤 파시 조주든지 뭐 고고요 말던데.
And what we know is maybe the seriousness of the disease, or the actual information about the disease is maybe only 60-70%. We haven't got all the 100% in the news about that. Information about that.
제가 남자 가세요 다들. 다 속을 니가 그게 내고라 그게. 그게 용도 다고 날 두도 맞고 니가 샤더라 배나. 나도 원래서 용도다. 날 두도 맞고 니가 샤더라.
So the virus is there, right? So it's just a matter of getting to you when you've been infected by that. It's just like arrow being shot to you, and it's coming towards you. You can see it. It's just a matter of time when you're going to get shot, like that.
근데 저도 토레도.
That's the kind of feeling people have there, right?
저도 배나 가서 보스턴도 원래 ben 솔로라 미치온 로아메 파 로마저 좀 슈도간 거 동바치는 간도 샘는 남자 용서를 봤어.
So if that happens in Boston, right? So it's like nobody's around in the outside, everybody's like locked inside, and so that's because of the scariness of this disease and all this going on. Then how will we feel, right?
제 당가도 니제 곰괴다. 니제 pana dunga ransen baji ngadula rancho tona ngadu nije gomto ore je ngadu dunga rada ke ta semche de dunga da dunga trawa sha ngadu soal leg mares.
So think of that and then generate compassion towards all these beings. So when you think of the actual suffering, then you'll be able to generate compassion. Otherwise, if there's no suffering, then generating compassion will be difficult.
pana chunda da gishela dunga da trawa sha ngadu soal leg mar chunga dunga ke thongoi maros.
So right now you don't see any suffering in Geshe-la. So if you say, oh, may Geshe-la be free from suffering, may Geshe-la has no suffering, like that. If you think like that, you will not get feeling. But when you think about towards that person who actually have suffering, and that feeling is much stronger.
Okay. 당간도 된저다. 당간도 소소배나 우한가 사자들에 여와치. 되게 무서 티 나라 여와치. 다즉 소소라 나사도 포함해와치. 나 남라티나 여와치. 다 내라고 수치라 마와쇼. dunga trawa쇼 some chichimbaji kamakaji gomgoda tate nije gomsarwa.
So now meditate on that okay. So think about yourself being in the Wuhan city, and then think about all these people around you who are infected with disease and going through so much worries and sufferings, and think and then develop very strong wish for them to be free from those sufferings. So may none of these beings have these kind of sufferings. May they be free from all these sufferings.
제가 샘랑 감자 매wat지 감자 깨고라고 말다. 야. 감자 깨고서라면 가르테나 더 콘소 동아도 자나 치마로 자와 쇼지 근데 동아도 소소고 초왕군이 민들라 비찬도 나 지금 무의미라고 무지 샤네. 지금 통화 제고 그래서.
So not saying that you should worry, no, not worry. Don't worry about it. Not like saying you should worry. You should not worry about it, but just have a strong feeling, thinking that how think that may they be free from that suffering. Or how wonderful it will be if they are free from their sufferings.
Okay. 다 두인간도 때 니제 곰사.
So that's generating compassion.
Okay. 따티키 때 곰아다. 까마치 스테이지 곰자겐다스.
So like for a minute, let's meditate on that.
Okay. Like we around there. Everyone's like skis. Scream or ski or that. Very dangerous, very worry everyone. Very nervous. We can see them. We have to feel like that. They have children, they have parents. Even they are healthy, but their parents, they are all parents. They have children. How they feel. The streets empty, the roads empty. Maybe they don't have much food enough the fridge. Try to feel like that. All the neighbors, all the friends. You cannot go out. They cannot come in you. You cannot see them. How you nervous. How they're nervous. We totally need to feel that. Then we have very strong wish to hope it become free, this disease, these bad conditions, dangers. I hope it's become, it will done, it will stop as soon as possible. 대랑한도 남지 이제 곰세 이제 되는 곰고 그래서 소소 참 소알래 가지고 그쪽이고 그래서
So that's the, the way you meditate on compassion, by developing that strong sense of feeling towards others.
다 되네야 제보지 아니 되는 이제 아니 다 잠바 곰고 그래서 잠바 곰데 미 샴바지 먹고 그래야 돼요.
So then when you meditate on affectionate love, for love you need a different kind of object.
그리고 다 양가서 변한 사전 된다고 하나 된게 남라요 말이스 된게 시나요 말이스 된다 간지 닌디가 그러고다 좋아 가로서 답대워서 가는 것도 요다면 했는데 지금 가디는 내 롱시 시지 영화 쇼 술라는 데 가디나 영롱시 영화 쇼로 다 되는 로 삼고 그래서
그러니까 말이야.
다 가로
대외 동보지 거라.
다 가로
대외 동보라 대화 던데버셔.
제가 다 간지 된지 콘도 단 된지 대화 요 왔더라 단 내도 가디나 카마타와 쇼서
그러니까 어느 말이야.
다 간다 저거로
되게 어셔라.
다 잠바잖아 다 간지 대화다 대외
대화 던버 주식스.
다 대화다 댐브레
대화
간지 대화 매바 마용와 church 대화다 댐브레 church 하여튼
대화
이러고
명예지 거다.
그지
대화 던버셔서.
야무나 단계 들어가는 좀 이제 딱 콘솔 라이프는 안조 나지게 대화다 댐브레 church 안조 나지게 강에 매바 church 된다고 식삼나 전반을 요구 멘트
And so then there again you can think about the same kind of beings. It's just like others are happy, like we are very, happy in a way, not going through so much tremendous sufferings like they are, but still, of course, we do have suffering, but we have much more happiness than they do. So, like, then thinking about that, then so think of those people who are lacking happiness. Then may they have happiness. So those who are lacking happiness, so may they have happiness. So when you think like that, that becomes loving kindness.
Okay, think about this for 1 minute, okay? Something like that. I wish for them have to happiness and cause happiness. Same as me right now. I wish them to happy and cause them happy. However, same as our parents are very happy, we are very happy. We wish them to happy, however, like that. Try to feel something. 다 대가라 아니 샘주기 안 파네. 다 텐디가 대화나 댐바 둥하나 잡아다 나라 제고도 샘주기 제고레스. 제도나 간다야 보여서레스.
And so first you thought about that, right? You thought about how wonderful if they are happy, and how wonderful if they are free from sufferings. May they be free from suffering. May they have happiness like that. And now then you take, you become more courageous, and then you take the responsibility upon yourself, and to bring happiness to them and to remove their sufferings. And so develop that very strong special intention.
다땡아도 뺀다고 임받아서 뺀다고 알아봤어. 된디게 삼수대 샘제 탐솔라요. 아니 샘제 탐솔 산제 공부 토외에 쳐도 땅 하란게야. 산제 공부 돕고도 샘 된디게 삼수질라 샹치고 삼라 그래서.
And so you take the responsibility upon yourself, and then I will do it. I myself will do it. But do I really have that power now? So you check in yourself whether you have that ability or the power to do that or not. And so then you find that you don't have that, And so only being who has that power is the Buddha. And so therefore, I must become a Buddha. So when you have that when you have that intention, wanting to become a Buddha, in order to liberate sentient beings, or free of different sentient beings from suffering, and bring happiness to them, so that then thought, that thought then becomes the bodhicitta.
What tendig semdala so many nywa temne shanshuk sem jegi yores.
And so that kind of wish, you have to have all the time. Of course, at the beginning, you have to strive, to have that kind of thought. So once you have that all the time, and then it becomes spontaneous, and you don't have to make any effort to have that thought. Right away you get that thought, and that is then the genuine bodhicitta.
Tanda benang anzugo ma chege jilaya susugo nami susugo pinja so ani chi debada deveje da damba dunga da trawa ani tela kangi shona ngarang ke jasa jaro pachegi sambi samtu yores.
So right now we have some level of a wish, wanting our loved ones, our family, our children, to be free from suffering, to have happiness. And I myself, will do anything I can within my power to bring happiness to them, to eliminate their sufferings. Like that kind of thought we have towards our loved ones now, right?
Right. What tela oji samje tamju jela jena ani tela tochegi nywa tebsro.
And so when you have that kind of
Tomegi nywa tebs.
that kind of feeling towards all sentient beings, then that becomes a spontaneous bodhicitta.
Ta tendigi and tomegi nywa me tanda ngaso tomegi nywa. Ta team tomegi nywa me na kale jamne ya chi tendigi samle chi jetawa na tela tochegi nywa tebs.
And so if we have that kind of thought by thinking about it, by making effort, right? So it's not effortless. Through effort, you have that kind of thought towards others.
Chenda chodo jela tochegi nywa do jela tochegi nywa tebdo.
And so do you have that, the thought which you have to, which you make, which you generate through effort?
Samno tane atang muni tendigi gogundo nga samje tamjela pento ja sanje komo togondo samlo jetogo.
So by thinking about it, right? So I must achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Not like spontaneously coming, but you think, you have to think about it. Do you have that thought? Or you have to think about it?
How's it? Kanedo. Which one? Think about
You have
long
to think
term.
about it, or you don't have to think about it. It just happens.
Think about long term, right? Ta tiga dandan tamadi ale ta shangji usene ndeji insa re samji gores. Ndeji insa re ndeji kete tan tayu de ndeji gores.
So at the very least, you have to have the understanding, intellectual understanding about, intellectual understanding of bodhicitta. Yeah, so bodhicitta is something like this. Even if you don't have that thought, if you have to know what is bodhicitta.
제다 저들라 좀에게 뇨원들라 조체게 뇨원들라 따지 그러고 단들이지 인사를 예산도 용도.
So what kind of experience do you have? The experience where you don't have to make any effort, spontaneous, or experience where you have to make an effort, you have to make yourself think about it, or you just have some understanding of it.
Which one? Most little bit understand like that. Right? Oh, like, yeah, Buddhist they talk about like that. Today I'm going to tell you. Today that kanji that nyonta la today me utsabat me on the tell a bench bushrai res.
So yeah, so even at the very least, if you have some understanding about what bodhicitta is, then that's also very beneficial.
제다 딱 가상도 상치고 샘기 팬데 오늘 지나 담보 상치고 샘데 제가 제당다시 대주고 상치고 샘 팬시고 시경으로 인사로 와 이마다 단데 대잔 레벨을 쪼야지 담보 상치고 샘 팬데 시더니 샘 제당다시 요레스.
So we have already talked about the benefits of bodhicitta. Right? So usually, first you talk about bodhicitta and then you explain the benefits of bodhicitta. But here in this text, it explains first about the benefits of bodhicitta. So that's the reason for that, is so people will be more, interested, will make more effort, to generate bodhicitta if you know the benefits.
오케이. 그래서 다 가상한도들 막 사체 아니 담보네 사체 가와 반도 사바레스.
And so we have already gone up to the fifth benefit, right?
뭐가? 쟁도야 다 빠지 쟁거에 맞춰도.
Do you remember? Or maybe you don't.
아니 딱 간지 샹적고 샘데 태화 친구고 냠렘바 인데 마인데 샹적선을 따고 그래서 담보도 되레스.
So first one is you become a Mahayanist. If you generate bodhicitta, the first benefit is you become Mahayanist. Whether you are Mahayanist or not depends, whether you have generated bodhicitta or not.
그리고 배나 저랑을 아메리카 아니 그런 나셔널 요나 안 저랑 아메리카 쓰던데 매네 로 자데나 저 아메리카 쓰서 말아 왔어.
So you know, so if you have the American passport, right? American passport, then you are American citizen. And otherwise, you are not American citizen, even if you lived here for hundreds of years, right?
Right?
Is it like that?
If you are national or the national,
Naturalized.
or you're born here,
Or born here, right?
and it temena and 저 로모 가서는 저 아메리카 쓰서 말아 왔어.
So if you don't have that, then no matter how many years you have lived here, you're not American citizen, right?
대도시 저는 그 배나 로잘라 대화침부 주념내 제와나 저랑 잘라 샹주쌤 그 섬다다 메나 아니 대화침부 냠을 봤어 말했어.
And so just like that, even if you have not generated bodhicitta, but have thought about a Mahayana teaching for hundreds of years, you are not Mahayanist if you don't have bodhicitta.
제자 아니 해 조지 별을 배워가라야 배워 나라야 라마에서 카 말로 되게 나라야 잠로에 명에 뭐도 슬라바레스 넘버마잉 뭐도.
And that's why Lama Atisha, when he first came to Tibet, he noticed that there are so many lamas, the teachers who face down to the audience and teach about Buddhism, but they themselves are not Buddhist.
제자 안에 가로 추 태화침부 추인 받지 마서 강사 태화전을 듣고 강사들이 샹초생 냠는 거요래 대나 샹초생 태화침부 듣는 거요래.
So it is not enough for the teaching to be of the Mahayana. It is important for the person to be Mahayanist. So whether the person become Mahayanist or not depends on whether the person has generated bodhicitta or not.
어떤 대사제 담보도 가서 대사제 담보 뺀내 것이 뭐 샹초생들 아니 태화침부 듣으면서 다 내명이라고 그래서.
And so that's the first one. That's the first benefit. It's like the it's like the identity of being Mahayanist. Having. Oh, there's
Look, it's page 500.
okay. 223. 323.
담몽의 주도를 다마 미드는 나와도 많은 시작이 있어. 두바들 시작이. 자영원의 두바들이 이난 걸마 미래 그 비트비트 거는 시작이 있어.
Yeah, so that's the first one, right? The first benefit is that you become Mahayanist.
아니 이바디 전화절라 샹섬지는 전화 자세 샹수 선바에 자로 좀 민고라지 오잠도 그래서.
So then once you become once you have generated bodhicitta, then you become bodhisattva, or the child of the victors.
말어. 아니 이바치 숨바데 갔나 저런 거 지라 연대 빠래 니바치 본자 아니 년투다 라자 년투 파바다 라자 파바도 저거 냠내도 저런 수지 만는다 그랬지.
And the third one is you because once you have generated bodhicitta, then your quality rises up so that you outshine other practitioners like the Sharavakas and Pratyeka Buddhas.
아니 숨바치 시와데 아니 저런 조합해서 신초도 제가 잘 그래서 양판 조합행이고 신 조합행이가 양 가로 소설의 춘 조합해나야 신초도 제가 소승원의 판 조합해봐야나 빼면 되다. 가로 조합행인 초도 제가 잘 그래서 조배신 초도 제가
And then you become a supreme object. The fourth one is you become supreme object of offerings. And so then you people, humans and gods will make offerings to you. And then with bodhicitta, when you make offerings, to the Buddhas, then your offering becomes very supreme also.
맞지. 다 시와 나와대 아니 샤지고 쌤 집었나? 소 자치 뭐 delata 다 쏘는 거 조금 사라고 그랬어.
And then the fifth one is that if you generate bodhicitta, you'll be able to accumulate merits, the merits and wisdom very easily.
제가 깔레 뭐 잠 먹어가지고 쏘는 거 속상하고 그랬어.
And so you accumulate a great amount of merit without having to work hard.
제가 깔레 제가 잠 먹어가지고 니바통 그랬어.
So you'll get the result without having having to work hard.
나도 깔레 전 니바통면 돼.
So for us, like even if we work so hard, we still don't get the result, right?
오케이 되지. 아니 다 두바데 다 들어가도 두바데 예스. 아니 드바 ndabala ani shanjig sem tele layo mares.
And so this is the sixth one, where we stopped last time. So we start from here today. It's in outline 329, right? You rapidly purify sins and obscurations. So there's no better, the weapon or better tool, to purify negativities and obscuration than bodhicitta.
Okay. What page number?
510. Outline 329.
Okay. That 주저 빼자 있는 것도 대마치 넣으셔 들어와. 두바드 마치 넣으셔도 냠도 넣으셔도 아니 저도 하고 그랬어.
So let's all read this together. The outline 329. Okay. You rapidly purify sins and obscurations. Nothing is better for the purification of sins. Engaging in the deeds of Bodhisattva says, any sin of great and intolerable force will overpower any virtue, other than sublime bodhicitta. That is, you may have committed some huge sins and could not avoid, but it would be consumed if you were to generate this mind. This is illustrated by the story of Arya Sangha. Just one instance of generating compassion purified far more sins and obscurations than he could in 12 years of virtuous practice. Further, you might have some intolerable sin, but when you rely on this mind, you will immediately be free of it, just as you would with when you rely on a hero. What a prudent person would not rely on prudence. In other words, just as you need not fear ambush, when the road runs through a narrow door of you are in the company of a very heroic friend, you need not fear the results of your sin and obscuration if you have bodhicitta. Great sins are sure to be consumed in a moment, as if they have fire at the end of the time. That is, no matter how big your heap of sins, it will be purified like handling the burns in the fires at the end of the eon. For these reasons, and in order to destroy your sins, it is better to meditate on bodhicitta for one session than to try for 100 years to purify these sins by some other means divorced from this mind.
Okay. 단데 담보세요 저도 득바사인다. 단데 묘모 권한 되게 돼. 묘모. 양 가시가지 특 배쳤던 특대 싫어 되면 랑도. 득바사에 다 가진들 묘모 다야기. 다 무게와. 그러.
묘모도
다 그럼 무게와. 다 바지 들로 코드나 바지 다 코드에 지는 바나. 수수지제니 지금 무게와 다야라 장적 샘들 라요 말해서.
So the sins, we call it, the word used here, sin. Maybe some people don't feel comfortable with that. Then you can think about non-virtuous action.
Yeah.
So whatever the negative or non-virtuous actions that we have created, and so all those can be purified by generating bodhicitta.
그래서 아니 내 송에 대해 아니 자세히 뭐 샤와를 슌주나라 슌줄래가 담보고 들으더라고.
And so this is said by Shantideva, engaging in the deeds of the Bodhisattva, said by Shantideva in his Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life teaching on the first chapter.
제 자가 아니 베나 니라 다좀바 따와 임바이나야 아니 그러고 샹치부 세메와 인자 아니 샹치 세메와 차요 말에.
So like the hearers and solitary realizers, they engage in all these hard practices, but because of not having bodhicitta, they are not called bodhisattvas.
근데 다른 송도 가지 니바 탑지 뭐지 쌓여 와나 아니 샹치부 셈디게 다음에 와 니바 요 말에 들어와.
And so whatever intolerable force of the non-virtuous actions that you have created, there isn't anything that cannot be purified by bodhicitta.
제다 안에 개와지에 가는지 제와이나 아니 저상 다투고 말해 샹치부 셈메나 다투고 말했어.
And so with the other virtuous mind, so with any other virtuous mind, you will not be able to purify those negativities unless you have bodhicitta.
베나 니라 다좀에 젤라야 아니 또만이 또고요래 대젤라야 아니 가요 셴페고 삼바야 요요래 아니 샹도 처음 보고 이거 되나 다 산제 못와데 아니 지들 하대로 봐 샹치부 셈메 와인다.
So like hearers and solitary realizers, they do have the realization of emptiness and also immeasurable love, compassion, and so forth. But because of not having bodhicitta, they are not able to become Buddha. And so this bodhicitta, cannot be outshined by any other virtuous minds.
아니 루탄에 마용을 갑라야 아니 첨마 보질라야 고멜라야 아니 마치 tellam bujab tanda khotela khonrosa de thwaisa tela niji shu chembo jene ani nyeba tane magewa tane ani jeto chembo kom jebaros.
And so you might have heard the story of Arya Sangha, who meditated for 12 years to see Buddha Maitreya, but he was not able to see. So at the end of the 12th year, he gave up, and then as he was walking out, and he saw this wounded dog, very badly wounded dog in a very poor condition, and then he developed very strong compassion towards that dog. And when he thought about taking the suffering of that dog, and then the Buddha Maitreya appeared in front of him. So that generation of compassion towards the dog purified all that negativities that obstructed him from seeing Buddha Maitreya. And because of that, then he was able to see Buddha Maitreya.
Do you heard that? You heard that many times, right? Therefore, that when Buddha Maitreya, Asanga, when he saw Buddha Maitreya, he complained Buddha Maitreya. I stayed 12 years. Why you just show up right now? He said, I am here whenever you hear, but you don't see me. Because that, karo, ane maden chana maden samna chana kaya kali puju tongi tulo tongi der tadala vres.
And so he said he was there all the time with him from the beginning. Since if you don't believe, then look at all the spitums and spitums that you throw, while you're doing meditation, and they got on my robes. So he saw the stains of the spitums from Arya Sangha on Buddha Maitreya's robe.
Ta tanda chana yema chiwa yena chana nga case and chana lomba dala nga jawa shamba khide yo chokora jam doda ani mileta manam thonga martala vres.
And then he said, if you don't believe, then you just carry me on your back and then walk around the village and then tell people that you have Buddha Maitreya on your back. And if they have strong obscuration or sins, then they will not be able to see me.
Ani tejenda ani kuti chewres tejeba kalaya ani mikaga khotre nyundus lavares.
And so he thought this is a great opportunity to let people see Buddha Maitreya, right? And so he carried, and then he told people, I have Buddha Maitreya on my back, so come and see him, And then, but nobody sees it, anything. Then they all thought he was, he was crazy. So it's just that our non-virtues or the obscurations, it's obscuring us from seeing that. Otherwise, it's not there.
Ani tene ani baba tome ani jisu changbe ya ani tajila ya nyamde chene ani pegela ya ani lagish kono ge jisu chambe ge shokichik ani mulongab chi bayi ge shuk ani Jangchub denga se ani ma pene ani Jangchub denga ngam zambila sumai bare.
And so then he went to the Pure Land with Buddha Maitreya. He saw Buddha Maitreya, and Buddha Maitreya took him to the Pure Land, to Shita Pure Land, and there he received teaching for one morning, which is like 50 years, 50 years of human life, 50 years. And he received all these teachings on the 5 works of Buddha Maitreya, and then he came back to the world, and then there again he taught the 5 works of Buddha Maitreya. So that's how we have those texts now, is through the kindness of Arya Sangha. And so you can see there's like the 8 so he's also in the 17 the Panditas or scholars of India, and also he's one of these like the 6 6 ornaments and 2 supremes again to show you. So it's 2 supremes. The 2 supremes are Nagarjuna and Arya Sangha, and then there are the followers of Arya Sangha and Nagarjuna, who are also known as the 6 ornaments.
다 녀바신데 메세 셴나야 다 디바신 메세 빨라데네 바나 먼저 빠갈에 셰바데 설데는 아니 샹주 선라데네 연거리 빼라 간조 빈데 산다고 리바이나 야문다 람가 녀가 찾아 인도고에나 간조데 뽕로질 때는 도고 데도 시바레 된데 그 뽕로야 보제나 소소티 녀가들 파탄도야 아니 지파면 파탄도가 되는 연거리 되다 샹주 셈이었나 스니바 가르지 싸요와이나 녀바 타그레 세노고도.
And so just like it says here, right? So just as you would of some great danger when you rely on a hero, what prudent person would not then rely on this? So like it's like having, if you have a bodhicitta, then you don't have to worry when you're walking on the path because you'll be able to overcome all the negativities, and you'll be able to accomplish whatever you wishes for.
어떤데다 상주고 셈세티게 녀바차사 아니 까완집이 맥이 단 잠리 멜트라원지 가서 지고 그랬어. 사도 그랬어.
And also it will purify or burn all the negativities, just like the fire of the end of the time will burn everything in the world.
저도다 빠지 먹고는 아주 남백에 빼져나도 송을 빼난 잠리 건지로 가나 매드 말이 그랬어. 매드만은 잠리 차도 튕겨 그랬어. 아니 치치. 아니 단 녀마드 되게 사르샤네 되게 사고 되게 멤버 안 잠리 특 단이 치치 용티 키로 그래 또 맞아로 그랬어.
So there's the saying in Buddhist phenomenology, where there's how this world come to end, and of course it's not the first time, and it has formed, it ends, and it disintegrates, and then it gets formed, and there's between the time of the disintegration and formation. So all this, there are different eras, So there will be like era of destruction. During that time, it says there will be 7 suns will arise. So now 1 sun will bring how much heat? So imagine 7 times of that, and then that will cause the fire on the earth, and then the whole earth will be burned by fire. And so that's at the end of the era, the formation. I mean the existence or sustenance, and after that it will be there will be nothing. There will be empty era.
There's a global warming. 제가 단단 니마 찍으면 니마 찍다 가로 매트로 도.
So right now, like even with 1 sun, so much, it brings so much fire, right?
제가 다 간제 된저 미가 삼론저 랜담라사 다티 마마몰래 오래.
So that this because of the changes, of the time, changes in people's mind, and all these different, things that happen because of that.
오케이. 근데 다 단단에 니마한테 매 바르만지 달로 매모 바르소마스 매긴지 밤몰래도.
So now in this world, so many part of the world, there are so many the danger, of fire, right? Through the sun.
제가 딱 도도 가르나다 샹집섬 공고 그래. 샹집섬 곰나 아니 니바잖아 다로 그래.
So anyway, so that's the example, right? So just like that fire will burn everything, if you generate bodhicitta, that will burn all the negativities.
Okay? Okay, now any questions? Yes.
With what you were just describing about the 7 suns, is there like a sutra or an actual text with a sutra or teaching that serves as the source for that?
이거 다또 맞아 좀 적어놓는데.
Yeah, in the Abhidhamma Kosha.
What is it called?
Abhidhamma Kosha, that's the teachings on phenomenology and how things are formed, and and it talks about all the things in the world, like Mount Meru and so forth.
Can you say it one more time?
Abhidharma Kosha. Yeah.
직전에 봐진 니나로 유저했단다. 군대기 드린 군대. 두 대전 바가 인지가는 줬네. 대 당보는 니버직 돈산도 니나로 유저했어.
So I think also there's now new text. It's called the Compendium of Buddhist Science by His Holiness Dalai Lama, and this was all developed during the conference with the scientists. And I think Thupten Jimpa, the translator of His Holiness Dalai Lama, has published a book on that.
It's second book or first book?
Compendium of Science, Buddhist Science.
Yeah, Buddhist Science. They have 3 books. I think the first book or second book already come publication with publication. Maybe they have. Not yet?
Wisdom, I think.
Wisdom, yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Yesterday, you did a prayers for helping the continuation of. Oh, can you explain more what yesterday you devoted so much time to prayers for the world? Is it true, or for the virus?
Where?
Was it? I don't remember. Was it yesterday on Saturday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yesterday, we do one of the Tibetan family member passed away. We pray for that. And also we pray for the how you say, the disease.
The virus.
Yeah, His Holiness Dalai Lama told to everyone, if you believe, it's good to recite in Tara Pure. It's good not, you don't get the disease, also the disease disappear. Therefore, he said, Mani Donshir Chik 아니 덴벤창아 아니 드라마 아니 간줄 그 마모데 대상 야갈 공부하서 뭐 정도였어.
So His Holiness advised to do all these prayers, like he says, 1 billion, 1 billion Om Mani Padme Hum, 1 billion recite Om Mani Padme Hum 1 billion times, and then also many Tara prayers, and then the Buddha Shakyamuni Muni's mantra,
아니 간줄 다운데.
and then also read the scripture, the translated teachings of the Buddha. So in the monasteries in India and Nepal, they're all doing all these pujas now.
아니 다 별에서 근데 야나라다 그다나 공박한 거 고잡셔스. 그거 고잡선다 차서 미성도사 차서 고잡선도.
So
준지시하는 거야 말이야.
So right now in Tibet, in China, all the monasteries are locked. So wherever there is a public gathering, all those places are locked. And so they don't want to have any public gathering. So it's because they don't want people to come and then spread to other people. So there's no public gathering. So any place there many people gather, like the monasteries or churches like that, they're all closed now.
Yeah, this is good. That's for protect for them. Now he gives for us here. Whoever you believe, the result that is good. If you don't believe, maybe you have no much feeling. But
And so because of that, while they were doing the prayers, for the deceased, they also did all this Tara prayer, for that reason. For that purpose. And so if you do those prayers at home also, then that will help, if you believe, right? So if you don't believe, then of course you don't have to do it. But if you believe, then it's good to do at your home, and that will help, to not get the disease, to yourself and to your families also.
Right now, in like 20 different countries already got that disease. Even the Boston, they already got. They got. Therefore, even we say, oh, we are fun, it's maybe dangerous.
Possible.
It's possible. I heard that, all the masks runway in New York, like 5 states in the United States. Do you heard that?
The masks are all running out.
Yeah. Do you heard that?
Masks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, everyone's very scared. It's very, very serious, right? Okay?
My husband was reading that the masks actually don't work.
No?
They don't protect you because you breathe through the mask.
Yeah.
I mean, you breathe around the mask. You don't actually breathe through the mask.
Well, I don't know, yeah.
You have to have the surgical mask, because those are the flat ones.
Okay.
Ears going in, the side.
Yeah, he knows. He's a nurse. He knows.
Like, it has to fit to your face, or your SOL.
Yeah, I heard that some pictures in China, the nurses, they're very hard working. Really amazing. The mask, they tight, they make the car, they launch it up. It's very tight. They just
Marks.
marks. They work very hard. Ngone da dezo ngone rane ta jembe ko samba. Ya wala che ora ta ninga suga pe ko mi chop ko ro.
So they are the real heroes, right? So really helping people in need, and by going among the people who are infected.
Okay? Yes.
So the tar, is it tar mantra or tar, kind of tar?
Either's.
And what tar are we?
I think green Tara. Yeah. Also we do today, we have Tara Puja, we also pray for that particular. Any other questions? Okay, anyway, if you don't have questions, it's fine. Then I have less job. If you have questions, then I have to look for the answer. There's a tanganzo na ngaraso pasu debekala sadu chewor se kanji nganzo ta nasa de paji yongdo yong bada yong misiba ye tera marwa.
Yeah, so we have to be careful also when we go around, places, public places, and it's maybe it's not right now not very dangerous, but it's not impossible, right? It's possible. Be careful. Yeah.
제가 ngado mig meche gaje che maza gaza sa dadela moya ta. Kanji ta mig gaje meche gaje che ne ta neri damra layong gores.
So all this came because of our own action, right? People's action. People eat all sorts of food that they're not supposed to eat, and so they do all sorts of things they're not supposed to do. Because of that, then we get all these diseases.
제가 ngado
That's what they think. A snake in one market, they have all
Bat,
these
right?
animals
It's a
together,
bat.
bats, maybe foxes, and
yeah.
somebody was eating it.
So are they saying that, I'm sorry, but are they saying that they're going to have
Maybe they don't get, still they don't get
Viruses
anywhere.
evolve and change.
Or they change. Yeah, I hope so. Anyone has like that kind, disease. Never ever happen. Usually, also big major no yosora nedre. Nedre mi yosora was. Nedre yoris. The younger to kill him than neg minda bracer. Tanda konto toyo bebe kele toyo kene chilando toyo chene
또
chilando.
요새는?
Ta kajes ta kari kaje ta soptano chilando. Me the mide yosares.
So they have these diseases, all kinds of diseases that we have in our body, in the animal's body, and so there's a name for this disease in Tibetan medicine. So they already mentioned that, so kind of there's a name for this disease also.
And
for
te
this virus.
mungo chega mendre yores.
And then there's also medicine, to overcome that.
And
It's
sai
Tibetan
mai
medicine.
mayo chete mayo nala numbia kel ta chi nala numbia tere ndu.
Oh.
Chindu.
So also there's like a kind of the perfume to smell through your nose, and also something to tie on your neck so that you don't get infected by this virus.
tindige karo tanda nede kalo 와이스는 kalo
근데 그래서 다들 보이면더라.
kaji 어떤 tindige
맞아.
kaji 두네다 tindige 시다 대주본 말에 두네 차다들 마요 시대고 매들이 요새 배워.
So there is a medicine to to kind of stop any kind of virus, not just this virus particularly, but also any other viruses also.
야. 아니 tindige 가서 야 탕세 진동이야. 대동나 뱅겨를.
And then there's also medicine to take, drink, some kind of like water, and then if you drink that, that also will help.
대가를 다 피탁지야 돼. 피탁지야. 나서 그런 거는 돼 기자 인사 말아 왔어. 나서 문고체.
마요치도.
마요치.
먹어야지.
먹어야지.
Yeah, to not to get that to not get that virus in you.
Anyway, therefore we wish to for every never ever have like that kind of situation. Everyone has very how very serious, how difficult, how to the kanji pay. It's very sad. If when susu tiga sanitela the kanji ting kuitela ndone susu choa nyako. Jenga choa ke nyanga mari.
So you have to be in that place, among that people, and to get the real feeling. Right now, maybe from here, we can have some kind of feeling, but not, the really strong feeling for that.
Okay, like that. Then okay, yeah. Thank you.